People who have lost the love of their life. How did you get over it? My wife died in a car accident 6 months ago. I was driving. We were coming home from dinner, laughing about something stupid our waiter had said, when a drunk driver ran a red light and slammed into Grace's side of the car. She died instantly. I walked away with a broken arm and shattered soul. The guilt was eating me alive. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't even look at our wedding photos without breaking down. Everyone kept saying it wasn't your fault, but I knew better. If I had left 5 minutes earlier, taken a different route, insisted on driving her car instead of mine, she'd still be here. I quit my job, stopped answering calls from family. Our house became a tomb filled with her things I couldn't bring myself to touch. Her coffee mug still sat on the kitchen counter where she left it that morning. Her book was still open to page 237 on her nightstand. I was basically waiting to die, just going through the motions of breathing. My brother had been calling for weeks, leaving voicemails I never returned. Finally, he showed up at my door last Tuesday and physically dragged me to the DMV to renew my license. "You can't let it expire," he said. "Grace would kill you if she knew you were becoming a hermit." First time I'd even considered driving since the accident. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely hold the pen to fill out the forms. The fluorescent lights felt too bright, the room too loud. Everyone's conversation seemed to echo in my head. I kept thinking about the sound of screeching brakes and shattering glass. The woman next to me noticed and quietly slid me a tissue. "Rough day?" she asked gently. I lied and said I was fine, but she didn't buy it. Something about her voice made me feel safe, so I ended up telling her everything. Right there in the DMV, surrounded by annoyed people waiting in line, I broke down completely. Told her about Grace, about the accident, about how I couldn't even drive past the intersection where it happened. Turns out she's a driving instructor who's been teaching for 30 years. She tells me about this student she had recently, a 17-year-old girl named Maya, who was absolutely terrified to get behind the wheel because her mom died in a car crash when she was 8 years old. This girl would have panic attacks every time we started the engine, she said. Took us 4 months just to get her to sit in the driver's seat without crying. She'd grip the door handle so tight her knuckles turned white. "What did you tell her?" I asked. I told her the truth. "Your mom didn't die because cars are dangerous. She died because life is precious and unpredictable, and sometimes terrible things happen to wonderful people. But the best way to honor someone you've lost isn't to stop living. It's to live fully enough for both of you." She paused, studying my face carefully. "You know what that girl does now? She's a paramedic. Saves lives every single day because she refused to let fear and grief make her decisions for her. She drives an ambulance through the same intersection where her mom died, and she saves people. Every shift, she thinks about her mom and uses that pain to fuel her purpose." The instructor reached into her purse and handed me her business card. "Your wife, what was her name?" "Grace. Grace Michelle. We would have been married 4 years next month. Grace Michelle didn't die because you're a bad husband or a bad driver. She died because sometimes the universe is cruel and random and unfair, but you're still here, breathing, thinking, feeling. And I bet if Grace could see you right now, wasting away in that house, she'd be pretty angry that you're throwing away the life she can't have anymore." Standing there in that sterile government building, holding my new license with that awful DMV photo where I looked like a ghost, something fundamental shifted inside me. The guilt didn't disappear. I don't think it ever will completely. But for the first time in 6 months, I felt something other than crushing despair. I felt like maybe, just maybe, I could learn to carry this pain without letting it destroy me. I drove home that day, slowly, carefully, but I drove. My hands shook the entire time and I pulled over twice to cry, but I made it. And when I walked through our front door, instead of collapsing on the couch like usual, I opened all the curtains and let the sunlight stream in for the first time since the funeral. That stranger at the DMV didn't just help me get over losing my wife. She helped me remember that surviving isn't betraying the dead. It's the most profound way to honor them. Grace loved life so fiercely, laughed so loudly, dreamed so big. Throwing mine away would be the real tragedy here. I start grief counseling next week. It's what she would have wanted. It's what I want too.